So, here we are at a momentous point in history where the outgoing president, former president, Barack Obama, continues to be implicated in current in spying and in you know what in on the sitting president, and his which is a far greater crime than Watergate was, or than and is really unprecedented in our nation's history to have such a blatant and attempt to use foul play to affect the presidency, the incoming presidency. Right? And that's the deep state, or the the CIA, the NSA, and the you know these agents, FBI, these agencies, uh, through Barack Obama and others have been, and James and Comey, have been really seeking to control the outcome of the election, and that has become clear, right? We had this. I'm just going to talk briefly about this New York Post column today, where uh, Michael Goodwin talks about the uh, this about the official Evelyn Farkas interview on MSNBC that goes through how they were collecting evidence on Trump, and how they may have been you know they're collecting incidental evidence, but how do you know it's incidental? How do you know they weren't targeting them? Obviously, how do you know there's no political reasons for them doing that? And it's just this is an example of what happens when the surveillance state is allowed to run free, and it's not reined in, or it's not shut down. Right? You have them influencing elections, and then claiming it, backtracking and claiming that it's the Russians. Right? What's interesting that came out in this in the Vault 7, or whatever it was. Actually, now I'm forgetting the name of it, but that they had the ability to, that the CIA people who were hacking this into the NSA as well, have the ability to put fingerprints of another nation onto their hacking, so that at first glance, or at when it would look like that there have been hacking by a foreign government. So effectively, it's spying 101. You get evidence on the people you want, and then blame other people you want to blame, and it's clearly that there's been so it's you know pretty heavy implications as far as what's going to happen for the anyone who's still connected with the Obama administration, right? And there's a real, but if Trump doesn't go with that, if he's able to follow it through and bring and root out the rats and that are still from the Obama administration, he could have quite a lot of potential to work with Russia, to work with China, despite the heavy media attack on those nations, on the potential that exists there. And I think that, and it's hopeful that the upcoming summit on the Silk Road will present the possibility of something being started there, and that also it's hopeful that Trump will see what's happening with JASTA and what's happening with the Saudis, and will decide to not back the Saudis as Obama did. Will go in a different direction. It's not clear how well he knows that situation, but I think, or at least to me, but I think that if he knows it, he hopefully would not, or he doesn't seem like he would be prone to, just let the Saudis fund ISIS and fund terrorism. Putting, what was it, 30 million, into terrorism every year. So I'm also going to be working on putting up a Patreon. I have a Patreon, but I'm going to be working on doing this sort of video discussion 3 times a week and then posting it twice a week onto the Patreon. And so basically 5 times a week, 2 times a week via Patreon. So you can get a couple of, if I can, and then I'm going to start doing, I'm going to try to record every night, something, or maybe Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday, something on Twitch, or be on Twitch. It's not going to be recorded. And just work on poetry, work on reading classical stories for a couple hours each night. So that's going to be something new that I'm going to be trying. That I encourage people to, if they don't, I'm going to be a Classical Revival or the name of my Twitch account is Classical Revival. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to the potential of getting that going and using that venue as a means of sharing ideas with other people. I've been thinking about it for a while, but it required a certain amount of guts, a certain amount of commitment that I have a hard time having because of all my health problems and whatnot. But that is the intent is there to do that, and to as far as money, I'll be probably doing Uber, doing whatever until I find better work. If people have something else that they could line up for me to help me find a decent paying job that I could do for in between this stuff, which I enjoy more. I'd be happy about that. So yeah, okay. Thank you for listening. See you later.